Alright, and I will be right back.
I'm gonna take a toilet break too, but I'll be back also.
Okie dokes. I am back. I have got an apple, I have coffee, and I let my cat out of the bathroom because she's no longer screaming. So seems like we're well in for a better night. Oh, thank you, Quips, for the donation. And oh, it looks like we are really close to our goal. We're like $30 short, which is incredibly exciting because we still have a hell of a lot more stream to go. Okay. Let's see. What do we got next on the docket?
Speaking of screaming animals, I do have my bird here in the room, but she's unfortunately all sleepy and quiet. I was hoping there'd be some screaming to liven things up.
Oh gosh, what kind of bird is she?
She's a cockatiel. She's small and yellow and fluffy and
Oh,
cute.
sounds delightful. I love.
Cockatiels are really cute. They've got like big red cheeks.
I've never had birds before. We've had like so many types of animals, but I've never actually taken care of birds. And
Oh, they're great. They're great pets. If you get one that's, tame,
mm-hmm.
you get to snuggle up with a bird, and it's great. And you get to have a bird on your shoulder like a pirate.
Really, what more could you want?
So many perks.
All right, let's see if we can get our next game up and running.
It still says Subnautica
Right, I
on,
forgot to
on the
change it the
Twitch
first time.
website. Not that it matters because the game we were playing was clearly not Subnautica.
That's the secret third ocean.
Yeah, just full of black and white people waving, gyrating around.
All right, let's see if we get this game to work. There we go. Change the label. So yeah,
Oh, I don't know this one.
so this Unbeatable, it's a game that I think just finished up its Kickstarter. It feels like a game that was made just for me. Um, it's like
Maybe it
a
was.
it's like a anime inspired rhythm game. Kind of takes cues from stuff like FCSFL and just other like really exaggerated
Oh, amazing.
movement based uh, animes. And yeah, the soundtrack is fantastic. I've listened to the demo tracks quite a few times. So, but I haven't actually played the demo of the game, so I'm excited to check that out. I don't know how long it is, but I figure might as well give it a go now because probably want to play video games for a good while after this. I'm trying to compose a tweet and I've forgotten how to put words together. Um,
Oh no.
okay, here we go. Figured it out. After 9 years, I'm still learning how to do a tweet. Yeah, I feel like it's probably for the best that I don't know how to quote unquote do tweets. I feel like that's that's a I don't think anything good happens after you learn how to do a tweet.
That's cursed knowledge. You don't want that.
Oh, and thanks for clarifying, Quips. And also, if you want to hop into voice chat, feel free. But also feel free to just stay in the Twitch chat as well. But just, I realized I didn't actually tell people really how to join the voice chat, so that was probably important information.
No. I mean, I know that I didn't figure it out, but that's just because I'm an idiot.
Keep trying to just embed a link to my same tweet in a tweet, and that's just not gonna. That's not anything. All right, here we go. I've done it. I've made the tweet.
Yay!
I'm a real influencer. And now people will know that for an indeterminate amount of time, we are playing the Unbeatable white label, which I understand is not even like the original demo they were wanting to put out. It's like a separate side story thing. So I don't honestly know all that much about it, but it seems rad as heck, and hopefully it runs all right. Oh wait, hold on. Is it? Oh, guess I'm using a keyboard. And we got dialogue choices. Also, clearly some like Persona inspiration from the UI.
Mm.
All right, how do I move WASD? All right. Oh, that's interesting. It's like almost like a beat 'em up on a plane. Oh, what was that?
Oh, hello.
Hello. I heard a whisper. I was a little spooked for a second.
Hey, sorry.
Hello?
Yeah, it's Quips. How you doing, Nate?
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing quite well, all things considered.
Yeah. No, it's getting pretty late, but you're so close to the goal. This is awesome.
Yeah, I am honestly a little shocked. I wasn't sure if anybody would show up and or donate, so it's been really rad.
And yet,
How are you doing tonight or today? I don't know exactly where you are, so.
I'm Eastern time.
Okay, so it is also like 2:30 in the morning for you. Wait, why are you up at
Yep.
2:30 in the morning?
Because that's when you had Link's Awakening in your schedule, and I'm like, I should probably be on for around that time, because that's like one of my faves.
Ah, fuck. Well, I'm letting you down. I wasn't checking the schedule enough, and I'm behind.
Oh no, I don't care. I was just like, and I also figured that, like, I don't know, maybe there'd be fewer takers at night, so.
Mm-hmm. Well.
So that's why I'm here. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so it's my fault. But yeah.
No.
Thank you
No. No.
for stopping in, hanging out. It's good to
Yeah.
have you.
I'm glad to come out. This is fun. And also, like, there are no faults here. Time isn't real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm certainly realizing that the more of it slips by.
Yeah. Right.
You've got great friends, Nate. And a friend who'll show up for you at 3 in the morning is a real friend. That's a keeper.
Gosh.
Well,
But also time isn't real. But also you're a great friend because time is real. And it's 3 in the morning.
I'm just happy to be invited at any time.
Well, yeah, happy you could show up. I don't know if you're familiar with Unbeatable.
Never seen it.
Well, it just, I think, finished up its Kickstarter, and they released like a prologue sort of side demo. I understand they have like another demo also coming out, so I don't actually understand how this fits into that, but I was quite excited for the game. It's a rhythm fighting game.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
looks cool.
I'm not paying much attention to the dialogue right now because I'm trying to string words together and also read, and that doesn't work.
Yeah, it's all good.
But I am into.
We're officially.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I just am very into these dialogue boxes. But I will say.
If you can
You said-
multitask at this point, at this time of night, while having streamed for nearly 17 hours, oh, hats off to you.
God, it has been that long, hasn't it?
Okay, so.
So when's the little one in the middle bonk a big dude over the head with their guitar?
Okay. Wait, why did it pause? Alright, maybe did I skip a tutorial? Hold on. I feel like I might have accidentally skipped. I think I skipped a tutorial by accident. Hold on.
Oh no. It's over.
Oh, geez. Okay.
It's over before it began.
I swear.
It's like a really hard game for 2:40 in the morning.
It says tutorial right there in the name. Like, I'm reading that right. Like,
No, I see it.
I'm not hallucinating. Alright, let's go through the dialogue. I think I didn't understand. I switch.
Oh. Oh no, that's nothing.
Okay, I think they must have offered to do a tutorial, and I think I turned it down because I didn't realize that was what was being offered.
Gosh.
Go through all this dialogue.
That's it. You're never going to be able to see the tutorial again. The game has installed a rootkit on your computer, and it's going to remember.
Yeah, it's just like Undertale, but just for a really petty missed dialogue choice.
I dig the mashup between like the 2D character and the 3D environments. They've got kind of a sketchbook look to them. I dig it.
There we go.
Okay, I'm getting some basic instructions. I see what you mean about the footy goody vibes.
Mm-hmm. Press D-pad. Press in the D-pad. So this is surprisingly difficult for only
can
being
do it,
2
mate.
lanes.
You can do it!
You got this.
Yes!
Uh,
You
I,
hit the weird rhythmic bats.
I love this hazy like color aberration on the score screen. It reminds me of a similar effect on the Hotline Miami screen, but
Yeah, very retro.
Arcade monitor in a dark room.
okay. So I think I did the tutorial. There we go. There's a surprising number of songs in this for a free release.
Took me about 30 seconds of watching this to forget it was still just a demo.
I really like this cassette player.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to lately, Quips? Besides critical roundup stuff.
Yeah, I've actually ahead on that this week, so we're in a good spot for hopefully a timely release. Not a lot that's interesting, right? I'm a PhD student, procrastinating their dissertation, and paying for that procrastination with just a lot of part-time work in and around the university. So I haven't had a lot of time to be an interesting person in the last little while, despite the fact that time isn't real anymore. I'm rambling.
You're good. What are you studying for your PhD? I don't feel like I've asked you that before.
No, it's game studies actually.
Oh, nice. That makes sense.
Yeah, I actually found my way to critical distance because I was an editor for a middle state games crit publication, student run at my university. And critical distance hosted the authors that we published a few times, and that's how I came into this line of work. Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's really cool. So you're working on your thesis, I imagine?
I mean, nominally.
I don't know how PhDs work, honestly, but that's what I assume.
It's just like the undergrad experience, but more of the same for a year, then 2 like dramatic exams, and then you write like a book-length essay on something, hopefully in a timely fashion. And in my case, it hasn't been all that timely. That's all.
I mean, there's quite a few circumstances these past few years that I feel like you get kind of an out.
Yeah, I need all the outs I can get at this point. But yeah, no, it'll be done when it's done.
Taking the Valve approach, Blizzard approach. I don't know. Some person at some company.
Gosh.
So you have exams, that's interesting. So I did my PhD in psychology and it's just the thesis, thank God.
Lucky. Yeah, no, they made me
Yeah.
demonstrate my breadth of knowledge before I even had permission to write.
Woo. And you did, obviously.
Yeah, I
You
did
wowed
survive.
them. You wowed them with your breadth of knowledge.
Yeah, they did ask me one unfortunate question where it became obvious that I had skipped that book.
Whomst Among Us has not
sure.
skipped that book.
Sorry?
Hmm?
I missed that.
Oh, I said Whomst Among Us has not skipped that book.
I really shouldn't have skipped that book, but yeah, it's fine. I made it through.
So they make you study for the right to do your PhD.
I mean, exams are the second year, so there was a year of coursework before that.
And I feel so lucky I never had to do any of that. Even with just a thesis, there was a lot of procrastinating and hardship.
I mean, I'm in the 8th year of my PhD right now, so.
Oh man, I can't imagine doing anything for 8 years. Just anything at all for 8
I mean,
years.
I haven't done anything for 8 years, so.
Yeah, like I reckon my PhD is the longest time I've ever spent doing a project. And that was 4 years. Like I've never had a job for longer than a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like the longest thing I've ever done. It was too long.
Yeah,
Hard agree.
That's a long time to do anything. Like I've barely been alive for 8 years, let alone doing anything with that time.
I know. I think I was born yesterday or like a few days ago. I mean, time flies by so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Time flies faster than a bunch of cats attacking you in a rhythmic fashion. Are they cats? I can't figure out what that is.
I don't know.
They got kind of like Pikachu tails.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's tails or wings. Sometimes it seems like both.
Oh yeah, no, I see the wings now. I think there's a tail as well. They're notes. Are they?
Oh, they're like notes on their sides with faces. They're like bat notes. I think that's what they're meant to be.
Right, you're in the zone now.
Also.
I'm just really excited to have another rhythm game. It's probably my favorite, like, I'll play anything you put in front of me genre, which is probably not something I can say for any other genre, honestly. But something about...
I didn't realize that about you.
Well, there's not a whole lot of opportunities to talk about rhythm games, so I don't know that I've ever actually put anything out there to that effect. But yeah, I've put so much time into various rock bands and DDRs and Guitar Heroes and Donkey Kongas over the years that...
So what's your favorite rhythm game?
I mean, it's oh, what? Why am I in the options menu? What?
Uh-oh.
Okay. I guess I did something. It's probably Rock Band.
Oh, you got a game over.
Oh, cool. Didn't realize I'd missed that many.
Sorry I interrupted you there. The thought just popped into my head.
No, you're good. Yeah, it's probably Rock Band. Specifically, probably Rock Band 2 is probably, I think, where kind of peaked. And I've just spent hundreds and hundreds of hours and like rebuying that game on so many consoles. Just game nights for literal like most of my large portions of my life to this point were just monopolized by Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
You know, I know that Guitar Hero and Rock Band were definitely like a fad thing in games for a while, but I feel like 10 years later, in some time and space, in my 30s, I've come to really appreciate Rock Band, particularly in a social context.
Oh yeah. They were such good social games, and I like they were ideal college age games. I reckon, like if you share housed, and you just had the peripherals or whatever just there, and had some mates around, just like have a game every so often.
Oh yeah.
Just so good for that.
And time was everybody had like a collection, a growing collection of these platforms.
Yeah, you had to have like the Rock Band room.
Yeah. And then everyone knows that like one person that's like super invested into it, and they've got like the modified like Fender guitars that have been turned into Rock Band controllers, like a full drum kit. It's a whole thing.
I mean, that was practically me, but I was too poor to afford them, so I just bought the almost real guitar versions. Yeah, definitely went a bit overboard, probably.
Nice. I have a friend who puts on fairly largish parties, and the main social binding glue activity at these parties is Rock Band. But he's got a hacked version of it, so there's thousands of songs.
Right.
And he's also a member of the like the noting community, so like the people that like
the Rock
do the
Band
new
Network.
tracks. Yeah. So we can give him requests, and he'll do them.
Oh, amazing!
And I think the only time I have ever made use of that arcane privilege is I think about a month ago. I asked him how he felt about noting the DK rap.
Well, see, if you played Donkey Konga, you've already got your note tracks.
See, that's the thing. I missed out on Donkey Konga.
Well, if you want to come down to Tennessee, I have 4 bongos just sitting in a cupboard. And
You have a full set?
Yep.
Dang.
Do you have the Taiko no Satsuji?
No,
drums?
I was never able to. That one, oh fuck! What did I do? I've never been able to find that one, or wasn't able to find it growing up. But I've seen they have like a new one for the Switch, and I really want to get it.
God, Taiko Drum Master's a good time.
It is very good.
This one just really took a game just really hard out of nowhere.
Well, that looks really intense. Oh no. There's probably no way you can do this well when we're forcing you to actually have a conversation about stuff.
I know, that's the thing. Like I was zoned out a little bit thinking, hey, we're having a pretty good conversation. And I keep forgetting that at the same time Nate is playing like this Galaxy Brain rhythm game.
Yeah. Slashing all over the place.
Gosh.
We had like speaking of rhythm games, we had do you guys remember the iToy for the PS2?
Oh yeah.
There was a rhythm game on that. That was like the pre-rhythm game. Which was awesome for its time. It's like an early Kinect.
Yeah, it's surprisingly sophisticated for its time.
Yeah, it was for its time. I think it got overlooked. But it was pretty awesome.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I was watching videos the other day of people playing on like those giant taiko drums that they have in Japan, and it just made me so envious of anywhere that has like actual arcades, that honestly just sounds like the most fun. That fuck, I picked the same song by accident.
This is probably the good point for me to say I play Taiko,
Do you have
but
like?
for real,
Oh wow.
real ones.
Oh,
Not the arcade game. Yeah, we've got a club here in Melbourne. We've got over 130 people.
wow,
Yeah,
that's a lot of drum.
it's a lot of drumming. I play. I've got I go to class 2 nights a week and sometimes extra. So I do a lot of taiko, and it's awesome.
That's really cool.
I mean, you get to bang massive drums with huge sticks, and it's just the best.
That does honestly sound like an incredible time.
I'm perceiving that I would have like therapeutic applications for this.
Very, very much so.
Gosh, yeah, it reminds me of one of my friends was, I don't even remember the context of this, but he started sending me videos of like Japanese wrestling, and they always open with this one dude coming out in a robe in like this giant coliseum, and then they like lower down this giant taiko drum, and he like strips off to a loincloth and just starts going to town on it, and it's the most like powerful thing I've maybe ever seen a human being do, of just the not even just like the drumming, but just the entire presentation of it is a lot going on.
It's so dramatic. It's so good. It's just the most ballsy thing.
Yeah, it's like just to be a man in a coliseum banging on a drum in a loincloth, like really, I feel like you're just tapping into some sort of just deep primal instinct that the rest of us are only dreaming of.
Yeah, like the pros, they really just go nuts. It's very impressive. Were you was the loincloth like that little white?
Mm-hmm.
That's just like a.
Yeah, it's basically a nothing. It's enough to apparently allow it on YouTube still, but
Almost nothing, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's Oh man, that takes balls to wear that as well, just on stage, just everyone seeing you banging a giant drum, almost naked.
It's just like how Hulk, when he hulks out, he still always has his underwear on somehow, just barely.
That's as far as you can go
Mm-hmm.
and keep it safe.
It's incredible elastic. I'm really vibing with this. Like,
Yeah, you're zoning.
as far as like I mean, it makes sense that the cathedral curve is all over the place, because this is just like a collection of songs put together for Kickstarter hype, but the actual just like feel of playing it is really good.
A game feel, if you will.
Mm-hmm. You know, the most important feel. But yeah, I have been, like, on multiple occasions over this past quarantine when, you know, you're stuck at home and you're like, I don't know what to do with myself. I can't go outside. What if I just bought, like, a $300 DDR mat and just took over my living room with that?
I can think of worse ideas.
It's been so close, but then I remember I have student loans and I can't buy a DDR mat yet.
Oof.
But it is like a very achievable you deserve this purchase that Yeah, I just keep circling around. Someday it's gonna happen. And yeah, my cats are gonna hate me even more. I luckily don't have space for like one of those ridiculous machines that people just fill their whole basement with. Because otherwise, that would just be. I would just be on eBay all day. Just
My
We'd
beef
never
with
see you.
my beef with DDR is I've never learned how to hit the back button.
like just physically, or
I guess the bottom arrow, like the one behind you when you're on a pad.
mm-hmm.
I can never hit it.
Huh.
I always miss. I end up like stomping one of the corners and nothing happens and I just feel silly.
Are you playing on like a padded bat, or is it just like a physical thing?
I seem to have the problem with both. Like it's worse on the padded mat because
Mm-hmm.
you don't have the same kind of feedback, but even on like an arcade machine, like I struggle to hit that bottom arrow.
Hmm.
One thing I found is that it's a little bit easier if I take my shoes off and just do it with my socks, but that depends on who's watching and how judgy they are.
You just gotta feel it.
Yeah.
You need that direct contact.
Yeah, that helps a little bit, but I'm never going to be a DDR master.
Yeah, no.
No, don't say that.
Gotta
You
live
can
your
achieve
dreams.
anything. You can hit that back button. If that's the only thing stopping you, I believe you can do it.
See, you've been training with the weights on, because you've been practicing all the other arrows. So once you let yourself get to that back arrow, you're just
Yeah,
really
let me
take
just slip off my weighted gi. I've got like that really the guy with the drum.
Mm-hmm.
I got that thing on underneath.
It's called a fundoshi. It basically looks like a diaper.
Okay.
It looks pretty. Oh no, actually, it looks pretty good. Like if you're a really skinny Japanese guy, it looks pretty okay.
It looks like he ought to be wearing it. Like he wears it with a purpose.
And if you're a pro and you're ripped, you got a pretty good bod under all that. You can pull it off.
I mean, I'm a formerly skinny quarter Japanese guy. Maybe I could do it.
That'll do. I think we actually might have a few in our club, but nobody will agree to wear one at any of our performances.
You know what? I'd do it.
Yeah, you should come join. I think our sensei would be very happy if he could get someone to actually agree to wear one of those performance.
Nah, I could do it. I do not fear this task.
Sweet. If you're ever in Melbourne, get in touch. We'll get you into one of those straight away.
Now, playing the taiko with any sense of rhythm, on the other hand, might be too big an ask.
I mean, you've got DDR. You played some rhythm games.
True.
You're most of the way there.
If I do it with enough bravado.
Yeah, it'll come to you. You just gotta feel it.
Yeah, that's right. Confidence.
All right, Nate. So you've iterated that you're a rhythm game person, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever played Mega Man 9 with a Guitar Hero controller?
I have not. Have you?
Because,
Should he have?
the reason I asked this extremely esoteric question is because when Mega Man 9 came out, they included a dedicated mode to plug in a Guitar Hero controller.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nobody told me about
no.
this. I would have actually gotten into Mega Man.
At least on the WiiWare version back in the day.
Oh, remember WiiWare? That was a thing.
Yeah.
It's really weird
And
imagining, like, remembering Nintendo's approach to downloadable games on the Wii, and I guess even on the Wii U to some extent, and then how that changed on the Switch. It's very interesting. Mostly just their approach to, like, retro stuff, of just, like, allowing you to play it at all.
Yeah, and I will definitely cop to being like really excited for the virtual console in the early days because it was such a new idea at the time. Like a big publisher going, okay, yeah, there is like a market for these old games. We're gonna go like the iTunes route, and, like provide like a legit service for people to do this stuff.
Right. Like you would expect of just a normal thing to exist.
The thing was, like it hadn't really been done on a big scale like that
Yeah.
until the virtual console came out. Nintendo was like the first to really like push that because that
Yeah.
was I would say that was more their focus than WiiWare at the time.
Definitely. The only WiiWare game I can remember having any like resonance was World of Goo, which was just like an early indie, like I guess standout because it had physics and everybody cared about physics in the late 2000s.
That was a game that I was aware of for its critical reputation, but I never actually played it myself until I got probably a smartphone years later and experienced the game for myself. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I can see how this would have like ruled the roost on WiiWare.
I really liked it.
Good. Yeah, I really liked it. I remember. Wait, when did it come out?
2008.
2008. Yeah, I remember. I reckon that was one of the first indie games on the PC that I played and really loved. I reckon that was one of my entry points into indie gaming.
Yeah, it was definitely like I remember very vividly playing it originally a demo on this. Do you remember? Did you ever mess around with like those casual game portals? Like where it would just be like a bunch of casual games and you could download like 60-minute trials of them. Maybe not. But there was one called Wild Tangent that for some reason World of Goo was on there. So I played like the 60-minute trial or however much I got. And remember then like excitingly like forcing my mom to go to Target so that I could buy like an actual physical copy. I think it's like one of the only PC games I've ever bought a physical copy of.
Wow.
Absolutely adored it.
That's really late for a physical PC game now that I think about it.
Yeah, it was one of those like it had like a slipcover and everything. It was like a DVD case inside a slipcover, but I was really surprised. It was just at Target too. It was really unusual for a game of that scale. I don't know if they like.
Yeah, that is weird, but cool. Like a physical copy of World of Goo. That's neat.
It was a really rad game. I've tried to go back to it a few times, and I have less of a interest in physics puzzles these days because I've played too many indie puzzle platformers, I think.
Yeah, I think the shine's worn off, but like back when it came out, it was really good for what it was. And
I think especially just the sense of kind of dark humor about it was really unusual to me. Having played mostly like Nintendo games or like PlayStation stuff that was just very expected or like fit very easily into like other media I already kind of had a lot of, like shows and movies and stuff that I liked, where this was just like a weird kind of cheeky cartoon about like corporatism and environmental abuse and weird relationships. It's got all sorts of weird stuff in it that I didn't really know what to make of, but really resonated with.
Human Resource Machine is also really funny.
Yeah, I wish I liked programming puzzles at all.
Yeah, no, me too. I mean, I got into it for a while, but I couldn't sustain my interest.
Yeah, I beat it, but just
the
out of
writing and
spite.
the humor is like the humor is so funny. And back in 2008, there just weren't that many polished indie games with really good writing and good physics. It's a great package.
I also really like Little Inferno that they did, which is just a
that
game.
was the same team?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's like Tomorrow Corporation.
Yeah.
Gosh, because I was just on the cusp of saying that I feel like Little Inferno had a similar style. I had no idea it was the same team.
They all of their games have like the same similar like character designs. I don't know if they have any like shared continuity, but it's interesting to see what they do. I am kind of sad that they're leaning way more into like the programming, like elaborate puzzle game aspects than the just kind of cheeky, like.
And Nate's like, remember when we were just moving little blobs of goo around?
Yeah, remember when the game was just put all the things in the fire?
Yeah.
Remember that? That was fun. Remember all those people on Steam you got upset because they didn't think it was a real game? That's great. That's what you want. You got to be upsetting those people.
Do that again. when we were making nerds upset, which is the greatest thing ever. Yeah.
You know you're doing something right.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the last song that they have in this. But I'm very excited for this to come out. This is entirely my jam.
It has the Nate tick of approval, the critical tick of approval.
Which ironically means that often I like a game and I have nothing quite so interesting to say about it because it's just good and I just tell people to play it but don't actually write anything. The funny kind of way that works out.